Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some recent products that I've purchased to fill some gaps in my stash. And I want to share with you quite possibly the most stunning embossing folder I have ever seen. So stick around for that because I'll give you a little demonstration of the embossing folders that I've purchased and which one I just think is a necessity. If you like embossing folders, this is definitely for you. So first of all, let me just share with you the cardstock. I recently tried the Creative Craft Products US letter size cardstock, which is white, 300 GSM. You get 100 sheets in the pack, and I really enjoyed using it. I love the fact that I could now create A2 sized cards, which in the UK is a little bit more tricky. You end up wasting quite a bit of an A4 piece of card. But also it just works so well with a lot of dies and cover plate dies that I've got. So yeah, I've really been enjoying using that. Then I purchased this U and the shadow outline die. This is from Hickey Designs and it's absolutely gorgeous. I love the font, so that's definitely going to be useful in my stash. I then bought this lawn fawn die which says thank you, and again that's a good size die. It would fill an A2 card blank. So yeah, I don't have many sentiment dies, so I've been trying to build up my stash with those. Then I've got this stencil from Old and New. Now, I did order the embossing folder as well, but sadly I've not received that yet. I do have that coming soon, and I will be making a video sharing how I've used this. But this is called Enchanted Beginnings, and it's a bride and groom, and it is absolutely beautiful for those wedding cards, engagement cards, invitations. Yeah, there's just so many different things that you could do with this. So you've got the stencil there with the bride's dress, and I love that that includes the mask, and then you've got the other half of the stencil which colours the bouquet and also the groom's trousers. So you've got some demonstrations or instructions rather on the back, and I love the fact that it gives you some colour suggestions as well. So if you collect alternate ink pads, then you'd be able to use those with this. I'm happy putting my own colour combinations together, but that is definitely a useful feature on the packaging, especially if you're just starting out and maybe not sure what colours go well together. So that's definitely going to be useful, and I'm really looking forward to receiving the embossing folder and being able to use that stencil with the embossing folder as well. So next I also got the word thank. Again, this is the Hickey range of products, and it's got the outline die as well, so that's going to be really useful. I then got these stitched oval dies from Paper Rose Studios, which is an Australian brand. I don't have many oval dies in my stash, so again, it was something that was really useful. And I've never tried Paper Rose Studio stamps, so I really wanted to give them a go. So I purchased a couple. This is one of them. It's a really cute little row of potted plants. And I thought I'd just take it out of the packaging just to show you the stamp. So I'm always curious as to what the stamps are going to be like. Are they going to be the quality photopolymer that they say they are? And these definitely feel like really good quality stamps. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a little play with these, making a few little cards. I think they'd be really cute for notelets as well. Then I've got this lovely A2 size cover plate die, again from Paper Rose Studios, and I love the fact that with this die you could cut off all that extra foliage if you wanted to and just use the large flower. It would be great for paper piecing, and I have got a few really fun ideas to try with foil and gilding flakes as well. So yeah, no doubt that will be coming up in a future video. Next, I bought this Hello sentiment stamp set from Paper Rose Studio. Again, it comes with the coordinating die. Now, I believe it's coordinating. It looks like exactly the same font. I can't be 100% sure yet because I haven't had a chance to play with it. But obviously, if it is, I will let you know. And yeah, I love the fact that it's got a few little sentiments that would go along with it. So that was really nice. Then I've got this Happy die, again, Hickey Designs. It's got the outline die as well, so that will be a nice one to use. And then I bought this lovely floral bouquet or floral spray stamp, again from Paper Rose Studios. So I'm really looking forward to trying out their stamps. So next I went on and bought some embossing folders. So I love using embossing folders. They're really versatile to have in your stash. So I haven't tried the Crafters Companions one before. I plan on keeping them in their box, but as you can see, I made an absolute mess of the packaging. I gave up trying to get it apart with my hands and use my scissors. So this is the Classic Diamonds. They are 3D embossing folders and they're 5x7, so they're a really good size. So that was the first one that I purchased. The second one is the Geometric Swirls. So again, this is the 3D embossing folder, absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to run these through my die cutting machine shortly, just so that I can show you how they work with a Sizzix Big Shot, because it was a little bit tricky just to get the right plates. And then I realised they had a really helpful guide on their website, so I'll be sharing that little trick with you as well. And then finally, I got the retro circles from the Crafter's Companion range. And again, this is a 3D embossing folder, really, really gorgeous, and a lovely design. So perfect for lots of different techniques. And then finally, I purchased this Sizzix 3D embossing folder. This is an A5 size embossing folder, so it's a really good size. And just look at the detail on that. It's absolutely stunning. Just looking at the folder itself was just like, wow, I can't believe they've packed so much detail in there. So it's like a real lace effect embossing folder. So I'm going to show you that in a minute, because I honestly think it's the nicest embossing folder I've ever seen. So first off, I'm going to show you these Crafter's Companion embossing folders. Now, if you're familiar with the Sizzix Big Shot, your plate has got instructions on for how to use 3D embossing folders, the Sizzix ones. So I thought that would work with these, but it didn't. So I'd put my cardstock in, I spritzed it with water because obviously that helps with the impression that you get, and it just went through the machine too easily. So I knew straight away to take it back out. I then tried adding the second plate and that just jammed it, so I couldn't get it through. I then tried just running it through to see if maybe it just didn't have a lot of pressure, and there was no pattern at all. I added a cardboard shim and it kind of gave an impression, but just not very good. And then I was like, this is so frustrating. In the end, I managed to force it through with that extra plate. I do not recommend doing that. But you see that I did get a lovely embossed impression. So I thought, why are these not working? So I did a little bit of research, and on their website, they've got a really helpful guide of what plates or sandwich to use depending on your embossing machine. So it recommended 4 cards of 300 GSM cardstock to act as shims. So for this second embossing folder, I've got my 5x7 piece of card. I've spritzed it with water. I've then gone ahead, removed that extra plate and just got my base plate. And then I've got these 4 5 or 5x7, shims that I've created, just white cardstock, 4 of them cut down to 5x7. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my cutting plate on the top and run that through. And then you see I get perfect emboss. It goes through the machine fine, no issues at all, and then you get a lovely embossed impression. So if you're struggling with any of your embossing folders, maybe just check the manufacturer's website, just in case they have got tips and tricks on how to use their folders with various machines. And you can see that this folder is absolutely beautiful. I thought this would make a great underwater scene background, and obviously you could use either side of this. So yeah, really, really pretty. So I'm just going to speed through the next one, which is the Classic Diamonds, I think it's called. And I'm going to run it through 3 times. I've spritzed it with water, and you can see we've got that gorgeous, gorgeous impression. So yeah, really, really pleased with these embossing folders. Really looking forward to trying some different techniques with them. So next I'm going to move on to this gorgeous embossing folder from Sizzix. Now, I was having real problems. I was following the instructions on my base plate and it just wasn't going through. The packaging has got some instructions on, but I was really confused because I was just using my base plate. But then I thought, maybe it would work better if I used my extended platform plates, and it did. That went through absolutely fine. So I don't know if there's much of a thickness difference, but yeah, it seemed to work fine with the extended plates. So again, I've spritzed the paper with water first. I'm running it through 3 times, and then just look at this. The detail and the texture and the different elements on this embossing folder are just absolutely stunning. I've never seen anything like it before, and I'm really excited to play with it and turn it into some cards. So yeah, there you go. So that's my little what did I get video. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope it's given you some ideas and inspiration, or just helped you see an overview of different products that are out there. Please don't forget that I will be taking part in the Paper Crafters Get Organised Summit that's being held on the weekend of April the 19th to the 21st. You can grab your free ticket by clicking the link above on the right, or in the bottom of the description box of this video. I'll leave a link there as well. There's lots of amazing paper crafters that will be taking part in this to share their ideas and tips to help you to get organised and have more time for crafting. So thank you so much for joining me today. As always, all the products that I've shared will be linked in the description box below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.